Hey everyone, my name is Troy from Tech Games Etc. And today we're going to talk about Tomb Raider. Now Tomb Raider, I beat it already, so I have to do a final thoughts video, and plus I'm going to have a wish list. I'm going to actually go through this quick, but overall, my final thoughts for Tomb Raider, I loved it. I didn't know how much I loved it until I watched Broken Games HD. He did a video about Tomb Raider and how he loved it over how it was better in Uncharted in some ways. And when you watch his video, it is so funny how he looks. He looks like a child, like in a candy store. I know that's a cliche or whatever, but he looks so happy. He's like, man, this Tomb Raider is da-da-da-da-da, blah, 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 blah. And he was just going on and on and on. And I just realized how much I love Tomb Raider as a game as well. So, if y'all don't know already, I did my review. I also did a video about the top 13 like best moments in my opinion during the campaign. And also I did a video on all her death scenes. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link in the description box below. So let's just go ahead and talk about some of the things about Tomb Raider itself. Now, me personally, I still don't believe that it's anywhere near an Uncharted. Some people say, oh, if Uncharted never came out, you wouldn't have this Tomb Raider. I don't think so. Life goes on. Uncharted is not so influential like a Call of Duty. Like really, me personally, I think Call of Duty is more of influential to first-person shooters than Uncharted is to those type of games, like third-person action adventure. Like I said before in the review, I said Laura's like moves, animation, the engine feels way different than Uncharted. And the thing about it is, I was thinking about this. I like Tomb Raider so much that if Uncharted 4 came out at the same as Tomb Raider Part 2, I will look forward to Tomb Raider 2 before I look forward to Uncharted 4. And Broken Games HD made a valid point. He says, now watch when Uncharted 4 comes out. It may take elements from Tomb Raider, how it's more open world and less linear. And he made a valid point. So we may be seeing, oh man, Uncharted trying to be like Tomb Raider. But let me tell you, if you haven't played this game yet, you're missing out. Now, if you're a Tomb Raider, if you know Tomb Raider from day one, this may not be for you, but I believe it is. Just go ahead and leave it in the comments below. If you are part of that Tomb Raider crowd and you say it's not, just tell me why. Because I just be surprised, because this game is really that good. So with all that aside, let's get to my wishes for the Tomb Raider sequel. If there ever is one, if they sell a lot. I know they sold 1 million copies in 48 hours, but I hope it gets up to 3 million, 4 million so we can see a sequel, because I will really look forward to it. First, I'm going to talk about my wishes for Tomb Raider campaign. And I'm going to just read them off. Now, if I need to explain myself, I think I'll explain myself. Let's go. And I'm going digital now. Wishes. My first one is I wish in a sequel, Lara fights more women, henchmen, and bosses. That was one element that I missed from the campaign. I wish she fought some type of woman or some type of henchman, or have a woman be second in command of Matthias. It would have been just epic. Like it would add it to the epicness, because I like seeing women in those type of roles where you have this strong, athletic, adventurous woman who kicks ass. It's just more badass to me. So why not have a badass woman, a badass henchman to fight against? Now that would have been really good. More difficulty with the caves, you know, the side quests, the caves you can go to. More difficulty with the caves, traps, enemies, and puzzles. Now, some caves actually had puzzles in them, but they didn't have no enemies. I only went to 3 caves just for the review aspect. You can go in there and find some things, find some unlockables, but I just wish it had like more obstacles, like booby traps, enemies. They had some puzzles. Like I was stumped on this one puzzle. I'm getting wrong, but just more puzzles. Some type of challenge element. Just a heavier challenge element that will just be awesome. My next one, smarter henchmen wielding weapons versus Lara with the gun. What I mean by this is, if you look at the campaign, you'll see a lot of dual wielding, single weapon wielding enemies running after Lara, who has a shotgun. Common sense would tell you, okay, you shoot one of my buddies. Why would I attack you with just weapons? It would be better if they're dual wielding and they're carrying some type of pistol, some type of, you know, tit for tat, like some type of pistol, some type of rifle with them, and it'd be like, oh, shit, she has a shotgun. Then they'll take out their pistols and start shooting and dodging and things like that. Because it was hard. It was absolutely hard in the campaign to fight against enemies. Especially if you deal on the most hardest difficulty. It was hard. Like if they gotta step on you, they'll mow you down, which was like really good. That was some of the best parts of Tomb Raider. Now in a sequel, I want more Lara being more confident, more confident and assured of who she is and what she wants. I know this was the origin story, so she was getting into that character of being more confident instead of saying, I don't know, I can't do it, no. Towards the end, she started to get more confident. I want them to continue that in the sequel, where she's more confident in her adventures, she's more assured in herself, she's more go-getter. Just keep at it. More brutal melee attacks and finishers. No explanation with that one. Manual sneaking and wall cover. They don't have really that, and so it was more of an automatic thing, which they should have. Next game should be more manual than automatic. Hand-to-hand and weapon combat. Now this would have added to the adventure. Like, I like that whole epicness. That's why I like Uncharted. That's why I like Tomb Raider. I like this whole adventure, seeking gold, seeking treasure thing, and make it more epic. But more hand-to-hand combat and more weapon combat, where Lara will have to, you know, she's in a tomb and someone knocks her gun away and she picks up a sword and starts to fight. Or she uses hand-to-hand. That would have been like, I would have just dropped the controller and said Game of the Year and walked away. It's like, nah, but that was just pretty much it. Like, if you think about it, wouldn't that add to the adventure? Like, you always have to have, like when you look at movies, right? When you have that adventure, you have to have that one segment where the character has a gun, and that one segment when the character doesn't have the gun. They have to use their fists or their surroundings. That will add to that will make a much deep, and it would just practically, well, actually, Uncharted did have hand-to-hand, especially Uncharted 3. I do remember that. But it don't even have to be in that perspective. It can be like, not like a Batman Arkham City or Asylum, but a nice camera perspective where you can control, you have fluid motion in her and have choices. You can still run around, you can still slice and things. I would say like an Assassin's Creed 3, but not as, you know, I don't even talk about that game. But anyway, and this is my last one for the campaign. More challenging buttons, sequences. If you see, I don't know if I had it in my review. I know it's actually in my actual video I did of her death scenes, you only press square during your button sequences, where you know they have the that time sequence, you gotta press a button. I wish it had more of a challenge in that. Or you can press, and I'm talking about the PlayStation 3, of course, where you can press not only triangle but circle, X, square, whatever, and it's just more random to make it more fun and more challenging. Now, outside of that, let's talk about the multiplayer. My wishes for the multiplayer. I wish Lara Croft would be a default character. The unfortunate side of multiplayer is actually Lara Croft is not even a default character. You can pick Sam before you can pick Lara Croft. Lara Croft is actually the last character when you hit prestige, or if you have enough salvage, like 10,000 or 1,000 salvage points to unlock her. She should be an actual default character because you played with her 100% of the time. And also how Crystal Dynamics wanted you to play the multiplayer. So they'll put like more of a challenge of, we want you to play it to unlock Lara to get a sense of the multiplayer or whatever. It should be the opposite. It should just be like, okay, Lara's the first one unlocked, and make more better people that you want to play as to be unlockable. Now, better match starting times. But the match starting time was 60 seconds. That's way too long for the next match to start. Better gun sounds. Better surround sound. As far as when you put on Turtle Beaches, it don't make no difference. Like, the sound is actually in front of you all the time. There's no, okay, they're shooting right, they're shooting left, things like that. One round matches would be good as well. One round matches instead of 3, especially for TDM. I'm so used to having 1 round matches that 3 rounds, the game is fun, don't get me wrong, but 3 rounds would be a lot better. 1 round would be a lot better than 3. Let's see. What am I looking for now? Have 6-on-6 instead of 4-on-4 versus matches. Because they could keep the level design. I don't think 2 more people on each side would make a huge difference of being overcrowded. It would just be like not a lot of nice gunfights. You could actually have a level where create the levels the same time, but you just have a lot more cover options to compensate for the crowdedness. Also, there's my last one is a speed for switching the camera from left to right, from over your shoulder. See, in a campaign, you had to press L3, right? But in the multiplayer, you actually had to hold L3, then it'll switch. A much faster switching when it comes to over the shoulder. But there you go. Overall, Tomb Raider is a great game. If you haven't played it yet, like I said in the beginning, try it out, rent it, buy it, whatever you need to do. I really had great time playing this game. God of War Ascension is tonight, but I'm still playing the multiplayer and things like that. I don't want to give it up. Normally, I would actually sell games on eBay after I'm done reviewing them, but I can't let this one go yet. I can't. I love the multiplayer. I love the zip lining and things like that. But there you go. There you have it. There go my final thoughts of Tomb Raider 2013 and my wish list. So tell me, community, what are your wishes for Tomb Raider? Did you like the game? Are you still playing it? Did you complete it? What are your final thoughts of the product? Just go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. And if you like what you saw today, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a lot. And there go all my contact information. See you later. Thanks a lot.